Whenever someone starts a conversation off telling you who you are, wow, major problem. This is extremely toxic behavior because no one knows you better than you. Now, there is a difference between telling someone who they are and telling someone how you experience them. For example, now I might ask Bob, do you consider yourself a mean person? And then he can tell me how he sees himself. I might agree or I might disagree. It's about how I experience Bob. Now, just because I experience Bob as a mean guy doesn't mean that other people experience him that way. And that's why it's just ridiculous to try to tell someone else who they are. I just recently did this to someone. I did it to a friend. I told this friend who they were. And right after I did it, I knew what I had done, and I felt sick to my stomach about it because I don't want to hurt this person's feelings. I don't want to disrespect this person. I don't want to tell them who they are because that is just ridiculous. And it's abusive behavior. So I knew that I had been abusive by telling this person who they are, by labeling them, by saying, you are blah, blah, blah. So I didn't apologize right away. And I'll tell you why. It's because when someone apologizes and they don't know why they did what they did, then is that really an authentic apology? I also didn't want to fall into this trap of apologizing and then giving a laundry list of justifications or excuses, because I bet you know what I'm talking about. We all do it. And it's wrong. It is wrong. So what I did is I stepped back and I spent almost a week figuring out why I did this. Why did I choose to say, you are blah, blah, blah? Well, after processing it for a week, I think that I was projecting. I think that in fact, that's how I was feeling about myself. And what we don't identify, what we don't acknowledge about ourselves, we will project onto others. Everybody does it, but that doesn't mean that it's okay. In fact, I think this is very abusive behavior, and I don't condone it for myself or for others. win. And I don't have unreasonable expectations for myself or others. And so when I do project, or if someone is doing that to me, then I wait for that person to gain some self-knowledge and admit and acknowledge and accept that they just projected. You know, I have a lot of respect for people who are on the path of self-knowledge, who are willing to self-reflect. It's not about people never making mistakes, because we all do. It's about identifying those mistakes and learning from them and doing better the next time around. So it's very interesting that my friend did not call me out on this projection. Instead, they sat back and waited. And I think that they probably did that because they were looking for patterns. Because if I continued to project and continued to say, you are this, you are that, then that would fill them in that I am maybe too toxic for them and they would cut contact with me. And I think this is actually a great way to go if you're just getting to know someone and it might just be a one-off. It's not something that is pervasive or something that they're doing all the time. So interestingly enough, this person didn't confront me, and I took a week before I apologized because I wanted my apology to be authentic. I wanted to be able to say, I wronged you. I was abusive when I tried to tell you who you are. I am sorry for that. And then I wanted to back up my apology with something substantial so that the other person would understand and know that I regret what I said. And not only do I regret it, but I understand why I did it. So when I apologized, I straight up said, I apologize for labeling you and trying to tell you who you are. And then I said, I think I did that because I was projecting, because that's how I was feeling about myself. And what we don't acknowledge about ourselves, we project onto others. And so the friend, being a really nice person, said, it's not a big deal, it's okay. And I said, it is a big deal. And, you know, when someone wrongs you, they shouldn't get off the hook. They should be told you're an asshole. Because I was an asshole in that moment. And so I learned from my failure. And that is a beautiful thing. And it's something to feel good about, because now I can trust myself and my friend can trust me. And we know that if I'm an asshole, I will apologize. And I will mean it. So that's it. I just want to reassure you that just because you hurt someone's feelings or you act like a jerk, it doesn't mean you are a jerk. It means that you're human. And what really matters is that you catch it and you change it and you let the other person know that you regret what you did and that you understand why you did it. That's it. As always, stay strong and get toxic people out of your life. Bye.